Hi everyone. So just talking about Power Query and wanted to show you a few cool features. Power Query, as I said earlier, is a free add-in available in Excel 2010, 2013, and is a built-in module in Excel 2016 program. So for anyone who uses Excel, this is time to get excited. All the time when we get new data and we have to process it, do VLOOKUPs and everything, some ifs, pivot tables, we can all automate that stuff right here in this add-in. So once you download the add-in, if you're using 2016, it's already built in. It's a COM add-in. You get it from Microsoft website. You click over here and you launch the Power Query editor. So what I did over here is I pointed the Power Query to a folder which contains 10 Excel files, and I appended data from those 10 Excel files into one single table. And now whenever new data comes in, I just drop that file in this folder on my C drive right here. It is 10 months of financial data. 11th month comes in, just drop it in here. All these steps would be automatically applied after you hit refresh all or refresh button. And that is so cool. So continuing with the excitement, after I've shown you all these buttons and the ribbons in my previous video, I want to share with you how this works. So this copy is one of the best features. Like click copy, take the Power Query into a new Excel file with you. So if you have few reference queries in here, for example, like doing lookups, which is kind of a left outer join or an inner join in here, you know, this copy will even take the subquery, sorry, the other queries which are linked into your current query. If you just copy your current query and you can paste it in Excel, that is so cool. If you've already copied it, you can paste it here. You can delete this query. You can rename it. You know what? I don't like what it says. Let's say monthly financials. So I'll rename it. And you can do the usual Excel way. F2. Call it monthly financials 2016. We need to know which year it is. So here we go. uh, yeah, you can create a duplicate query. For example, I want to keep all the steps that I applied in this query, and then I just want to do a duplicate query, which means that, hey, all these steps I don't need to do again or code again or click on these buttons again. I can just hit duplicate and continue processing further from there, right? You can delete it. And I use duplicate queries a lot because it's just like I do forecasting and there are 20 files from where I pull data, and if all the files just contain different data and they look pretty similar, I can just hit duplicate, duplicate, duplicate 10 files and customize further steps. You can reference it. So this is also pretty cool and I use it often. I reference it and now I can start making changes to my data. I don't want this column, or I do want this. So here we go. Source. All it says, here's your formula. If you want to edit it. So no need to reference it right now. Cool. So I like this feature. It's kind of a folder. It puts all these queries in a folder. For example, if I have 20 different Excel files that I'm pulling data from, and I got these 10 queries pulling data from 20 different Excel files, I'll put them in a group and call them input. So I can collapse it, I can expand it. Then all the other queries which pull data from file I want to reference, like kind of VLOOKUPs, left outer join, or do an inner join, I can put all those queries in a reference folder, and then I could create a folder called calculations once I have all my inputs, references in place. If I want to do further calculations in the final query in which I've appended all the data, I'll put it under output, oh sorry, calculation. In my final query, I can put it under output. Also, if there is some query, I don't think I need it right now, but I don't want to delete it because I did a lot of work, which may be useful later, I can create a new group called archive, or Power Query creates a group called other and just drops in there. You can move your query up and down. You can also drop and drag, create functions, parameter, advanced editor, where you have all your code behind this work that you did, and properties. You can tell what it is. Give description: year to date 2016 financial data from multiple files. I've written this down, right? So if I say new commentary, just editing it, fast data load if you're pulling data from Excel, so that helps. So what this does is this kind of a description of your query. So okay, if you hover your mouse over here, it'll give you that code. Similarly, in properties over here, for each step you can write, you know, this is what this step does. If you want to also rename it, you can rename it here. And when you hover your mouse to this guy, this also tells you this what this step does. Right, this little button lets you edit like the formula or the things that you did. So you can change the source from here. You can directly go over here, change the source. And let's see what else we have. Similarly to queries, so you can edit the settings we just saw, by clicking that little thing there or this thing. Rename it. It's a source, so it won't rename source, and rename this to whatever you want. F2 works like Excel too. Delete it, delete until end, or delete all the steps until end. Move up or down, you can drop and drag. If that was something I recommended to Power Query and they listen to you when you send them a smile or a front feedback, and they added this to one of their monthly updates. Yes, it gets updated every month. You can extract all the steps before, I don't know what a view native query is, that's new to me. And then you got properties, which we just saw. Let's just say that I want to extract previous steps and into a new query, call it extracted steps. Isn't that awesome? It is, right? And you're going to love using Power Query if you use Excel. So here's your extracted steps and restore, right? The usual Excel thing. And those. So you want to keep your changes or discard? I'll discard it. So see that extracted steps is gone. Voila. So this was the remaining things we quickly looked in the Power Query editor, and now in the next video I'm going to show you all these buttons. So stay tuned. Bye bye.